Let's go through every 7th and 8th seeded teams that made it to the finals in the salary cap era. There are 6 of them, so part 1 will be the first 3. The very first season the salary cap was introduced, the 8th seeded Oilers shocked the hockey world, coming 1 win away from the Stanley Cup. The Oilers had 29 fewer points than the President's Trophy winning Red Wings, yet they knocked them off in the first round in 6 games. The Oilers were on the verge of going down 3-0 in the series in the second round to Art Ross Trophy winner Joe Thornton and the Sharks. They were already down 2-0, Game 3 went into overtime, but then the Oilers won, and then won the next 3, winning 4 straight to win the series in 6. The Oilers would then cruise through the conference finals, and in Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals, they unfortunately blew a 3-0 lead. The game was eventually tied 4-4 with 6 minutes left, when Oilers goaltender Dwayne Rollison got injured on a collision. They would then lose Game 1 in the final minute off of a horrible giveaway behind the net. The reason I talk so much about the specific game is because the Oilers would end up losing in 7. If Rollison didn't get injured and they didn't blow that 3-0 lead, the finals could have turned out a lot differently. The most memorable event in the Flyers' 2010 run is when they became one of 4 teams to pull off the reverse sweep. In the second round against the Bruins, the Flyers were down 3-0, and then in Game 4 they won in overtime, and in Game 7 they overcame a 3-goal deficit to complete the 3-0 comeback in Game 7 and the series. The Flyers also upset the division-winning Devils in the first round, and they had 3 shutouts against the Canadiens in the Eastern Conference Finals. They ended up losing in a super exciting finals against the Blackhawks, where most of the games were close. Despite losing, Danny Briere had 12 points in the 6 games in the finals and led the playoffs with 30 points. I've already gone in depth on the 2012 Kings, so if you haven't seen it already, I highly recommend you go watch a video I posted on July 31st where I recap the run. But I'll still highlight a few facts here. While most Cinderella teams come down to earth in the finals, the 2012 Kings are the only 7th or 8th seeded team to win the Cup since the 16 playoff format started in 1980. They're also the only team in NHL history to go up 3-0 in all 4 series. They never allowed more than 3 goals in a single game, and they still only allowed 3 goals in 2 games. And they went 10-1 on the road, tying the all-time record for most wins in a single playoff run. Here is the long list of achievements if you want to pause to read it. Stay tuned for part 2, where I'll go through the other 3 underdog Cup runs.